Welcome to this in-depth exploration of the theological concepts of divinity in Hinduism, Balinese Hinduism, and Islam. In this video, we will delve into the highest notions of the divine: Brahman in Hinduism, Sanghyang Widi in Balinese Hinduism, and the concept of Tawhid in Islam. We'll examine their similarities, differences, and the profound insights they offer into the nature of the ultimate reality. Hinduism, one of the world's oldest religions, encompasses a vast array of beliefs and practices. At its theological core is the concept of Brahman, the ultimate, formless reality that transcends the universe. Brahman is not a personal god, but an abstract, infinite presence that is the source of all that exists. The Upanishads, ancient Hindu texts, describe Brahman as Satyam Janam Anantam Brahma, truth, knowledge, and infinity. This concept emphasizes the non-duality of the divine, suggesting that everything in the universe is a manifestation of this singular reality. In practical terms, Hinduism's multitude of deities, such as Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma, are seen as different expressions of Brahman. These deities serve various roles like creation, preservation, and destruction, making the divine accessible through diverse forms and attributes. This complex theology allows for worship that appears polytheistic, but is ultimately rooted in a monistic view, with all forms leading back to the singular, unified essence of Brahman. Balinese Hinduism, while rooted in the broader Hindu tradition, has evolved uniquely, integrating local beliefs and practices. Central to Balinese Hindu theology is Sangwidi-wasa, often simply known as Sanghang Widi. Sanghang Widi represents the supreme god, embodying an all-encompassing divine force that is beyond human comprehension. This supreme being is considered the source of all life and existence, akin to the concept of Brahman in Hinduism. However, unlike the broader Hindu focus on various deities, Balinese Hinduism emphasizes that these deities, such as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, are direct manifestations of Sanghang Widi. Worship in Balinese Hinduism is therefore not directed at separate gods, but rather through these deities as expressions of the one supreme reality. This approach creates a unique form of monotheism within a traditionally polytheistic framework, reflecting an inclusive and syncretic understanding of divinity. In contrast, Islam's concept of divinity is explicitly monotheistic, centered around the principle of Tawhid. Tawhid asserts that there is only one God, Allah, who is unique, without partners, and the sole creator and sustainer of the universe. This oneness is absolute, rejecting any division or multiplicity in the divine nature. Allah is transcendent, beyond all forms, and immanent, present within all creation, yet distinctly separate from it. Islamic theology emphasizes that Allah is not just the greatest among gods, but the only God, with no intermediaries or manifestations that represent the divine essence in physical form. The Quran repeatedly stresses this singularity, as seen in Surah Al-Ikhlas. Say, He is Allah, who is one, Allah, the eternal refuge. He neither begets nor is born, nor is there to him any equivalent. This unequivocal assertion of God's oneness is the foundation of Islamic belief, setting it apart from other theological traditions. Despite the differences in practice and expression, there are significant similarities in the highest theological concepts of Hinduism, Balinese Hinduism, and Islam. Brahman in Hinduism represents an all-encompassing, formless reality that underlies all existence. It is the ultimate source from which all deities and forms emerge. Sanghang Widi in Balinese Hinduism serves a similar role as the singular supreme being, whose manifestations include various deities that are worshipped in different forms and rituals. Tawhid in Islam emphasizes the oneness of God, Allah, as the sole divine presence, without form or equivalent, and rejects any division within the divine essence. These concepts converge on the idea of a single, ultimate divine reality, though they diverge in how this reality interacts with the world and is perceived by followers. Hinduism and Balinese Hinduism allow for multiple forms and manifestations of the divine, all pointing back to a singular source, while Islam maintains a strict focus on the indivisible oneness of Allah without intermediaries. The convergence of these theological ideas highlights a shared human quest for understanding the ultimate nature of existence. By examining Brahman, Sanghang Widi, and Tawhid, we see a common recognition of a singular divine reality that transcends the material world. This exploration not only underscores the diverse expressions of spirituality across cultures, but also reveals a profound unity in the human experience of the divine. In conclusion, while Hinduism, Balinese Hinduism, and Islam approach the divine from different cultural and theological perspectives, their highest concepts of Brahman, Sanghya Vidhi, and Tawhid reflect a deep-seated belief in one ultimate truth. This belief in a singular, supreme divine reality is a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of human spiritual thought, bridging the gap between seemingly diverse religious traditions.